In this video, I'll be showing you how to use VicNet, which is the software that we use to schedule our No One Dies Alone vigils. This software is also known as Volgistics, but for the purposes of how we use it, let's just keep it simple and call it VicNet. If you haven't done so already, I recommend that you download the app on your phone. This is the easiest way. I'm going to show you how to use it on the computer though, because it's easier for me to record video that way. So if you haven't done so already, go to your App Store or Google App Store and search for VicNet, VicNet. If you're using a desktop, go to volgistics.com/VicNet. Okay, so once you have the app downloaded, or if you're on a desktop, you can open the app and you will see that your screen looks like this. It'll look like this whether you're on your phone or whether you're on a computer. And so, of course, the next thing you need to do is log in. If you're not sure what your login email is, you can notify us, send us an email, and we will let you know what you provided to us. This is likely your personal email. If you attended an informational session, it would be the email that you provided to us then. If you're a past volunteer and you just don't remember, let us know. We can either use a different email or we can set you up with a new, or we can provide you with your previous email that you used. So let's log in here. If this is your first time logging in, you will be provided with a temporary password. If you don't know what that is, let us know and we can reset it for you. And then you'll have to set up a password which is 20 to 30 characters long, which is always fun to remember. Let's see if I remembered mine. All right. So once you have logged in, your screen will look like this, whether you're on a phone or a computer. The first thing that you need to do will be to click on your profile. And this will be for setting up your account if you haven't done so already. So you'll click on account first. That's the easiest place to start. And if you haven't done so already, enter in your mobile phone number or any number that you like to receive text messages to. Once you do that, you can select when you would like to receive text messages. If you're okay at all hours of the day, just leave it midnight to midnight. But if you only want it within certain hours, select those and then select agree. Next, you'll click opt in, which I'm not doing here because I've already done so on a previous account. You should receive an automated text message after you click opt in, and it will give you instructions on what you need to do next to ensure you are opted in. I think you just have to reply yes or something like that. If you have not received a text message and it just keeps spinning and nothing is working, let us know and we can help you troubleshoot that. The reason we use text messaging here is when we send out a notification that there's a new vigil, you'll receive an email as well as a text message letting you know that it's time to sign up. So if you want those text messages, I recommend that you opt in here. You shouldn't be receiving any other text messages other than that. So once you have this set up, you'll go back up to your profile, click on the drop down, and then you'll click on profile. And of course, this is your profile. You can enter in any information you would like here. There may already be some information that has been input by me that you provided in the past. You can enter all these fields here if you would like. I don't foresee us using it for any reason, but you're welcome to do it if it's something that you feel excited about. You don't need to fill in demographics. You can if you want. Skills and experience. If you speak Spanish, please do check this box. It's helpful for us as some of our patients do speak Spanish. And then all of these other ones, emergency contact, employer, photo, web page. You're welcome to enter those things, but it's not required. We have a lot of your information, really the only information that we need. We have that through SuccessFactors and the online application you completed in the past. The thing I want to spend the most time on here on this tab is availability. So the way that vigils are scheduled is we will receive a referral from one of the staff members at the hospital. There's a long process for that. I can walk you through it if you would like. But once we receive the referral, it will go to our NODA phone coordinator, which will either be the chaplain with the palliative care department or another volunteer. What the phone coordinator will then do is schedule the first 8 shifts. So they're 3-hour shifts. They're scheduling the first 24 hours. So let's say we receive a referral. It's 6 p.m. now. I want to try to schedule the next 8 shifts, which will take me to 6 p.m. tomorrow. So what the phone coordinator will do is they'll print off a report that shows people's availability. So that's where this screen comes in. So every week I know that your availability likely changes, as mine does too. And you'll be reminded with an email every week to update this. So think about when you receive the email, what do you foresee your week looking like? And are there any times that you think you could basically come in ASAP to start a vigil? So let's say that you're okay with signing up for a shift with very short notice anytime on Sunday. So in that case, you would say that you're available midnight to midnight. However, let's say Monday, you're only really available in the afternoon. So say noon to 5, and so on, and you get the idea. The reason why this is important is it helps the NODA team to know when you're available to possibly receive a phone call for short notice to start a vigil. If you don't want to receive these types of calls at certain times, just say that you're not available during those times. So if you're not available at night, you don't like to be woken up, I recommend that you do not say you're available at night. That way we do not call you. So it's a courtesy for our team because we can see when you're available, and it helps us to be able to schedule those first 8 shifts. But it's also nice because we won't bother you if you don't want to be bothered. So, of course, we need your help with scheduling the first 8 shifts. Please fill out your availability. But if you really don't want to be called at certain times or you know for sure you won't be available, make sure it's entered in here. So that is for the first 24 hours. And our phone coordinators will not sign you up for a shift unless they call you and talk with you first. So once you've entered all this in, you'll click save and you'll be good. So you'll spend much of your time on availability, which really the amount of time you spend in VicNet will be very small. But some of that time will be devoted to availability. The other amount of time will be under schedule. So as I mentioned, the phone coordinator will schedule the first 24 hours. So then that leaves the question of, well, what do we do with the shifts after the first 24 hours? So those shifts will be self-sign up. You can sign yourself up in the VicNet app or on the website as we're doing here. So let's say that a vigil is starting today, which is the 24th. It started at 6 p.m. So the phone coordinator will schedule all of the shifts until 6 p.m. on Wednesday, the 25th. They will then send out an email and a text message to you saying that there's been a new vigil that's been activated. Please go into VicNet and self-sign up. So all of the shifts after 6 p.m. on that Wednesday will then be available. And we're looking to schedule the first 3 days of a vigil. So that means you can schedule any time that takes place after the first 24 hours. So you can sign up for the 6 p.m. shift on the 25th. You can sign up for the 3 a.m. shift on the 26th, and so on. As you can see, you're also able to schedule shifts 4 days out, 5 days out, 6 days out. You're welcome to do that, but please keep in mind that if you do that, we don't expect the patient to live that long. Vigils are intended for people who we expect to have, to be alive for 24 to 72 hours. So 1 to 3 days. So, of course, we'll schedule the first day through the phone coordinator. The second day will be through self-sign-up. Third day, self-sign-up. And if it goes longer than that, we'll continue with self-sign-up. So how do you do this? Let's say I want to sign up for the third day, and I want to sign up for the 9 a.m. shift. You'll see here that it's available. We need one more person. You'll simply click schedule, and then you click schedule me, and you're good to go. You've completed your self-sign-up. At that point, you just need to make sure that you arrive for your shift. I'm not going to click it here just because I don't want to cause any trouble with the way it's set up right now. So just make sure you click schedule me. Another thing to keep in mind is you can see that this says Vigil A next to it. If we have a second vigil happening, it will say Vigil B next to it, and a third will say Vigil C. If we get to a point of having 2 and 3 vigils, I think we'll really be in good shape. But for now, most of our vigils will probably just say Vigil A next to it. So make sure you're signing up for the correct vigil if we have more than one taking place. And that's pretty much it. Just make sure you're scheduling for one shift at a time. I think right now it's okay to say that you can sign up for one shift in every 24-hour period, so one shift a day. But if there's a need and you really want to do maybe 2 shifts in a row or something like that, just let the NODA team know, and we can work that out together. So thank you for watching this, and reach out to us if you have any questions.